Jürgen, you wanted a tough test tonight, and that's exactly what they gave you. It was fiercely fought at times. What were your thoughts on that?
Yeah, first half we made definitely too many mistakes, which they could use. We had good moments as well. We could have scored, obviously, in the whole game, like 4 or 5 goals at least. Didn't do that because we were, first half, we want to talk about football. We were too open. We were too wide. We were not connected enough. In the moments when you lose the ball, then everything is open. It's like a motorway, and with their speed, that's how they had their chance, especially when you lose simple passes where nobody can react, really. So they scored their goal, and yeah, the last half an hour was like a thunderstorm. So we were really like a truck, but we didn't finish the situations off. So obviously we should involve that in our game as well, and it will be fine. But how I said, we played the game out of full training, and we had to make a lot of changes. And that's fine. So I take that. But what I can say, it feels really at least average to lose a game, and that's why we were like all a bit animated in the last situation with a possible point penalty. In the Premier League, I go definitely understands for the things I thought and said. But that wasn't now for the rest of the season with complaining about that. But in that moment, it was just like such a clear penalty. It would have been nice if you get a point for the a result for the effort.
Yeah, a thunderstorm is probably the right description towards the end, because it felt like you did everything but score, and it didn't feel like a friendly at times, did it? Especially some
for Salzburg it was definitely no friendly for us not as well. So, but Salzburg had these kind of harsh challenges, but they do really well. I have to say, all respect to them. They do really well. Sometimes I didn't like it, the challenge too much, but it's fine. Nothing happened there, I think. And how I said, first half, too many mistakes. They cannot. Come on. We set the boys up, and it's all fine, and they can be much better, and they had good moments as well. But especially first half, the majority of the play, they have to get used to what we do. Darwin was much too often alone. So like everybody dropped, everybody was like involved in a build-up, but too wide. And then when Darwin and then we could only pass the ball to Darwin in the box. So he had his moments and nearly scored. But he needs much more support around him. So to keep other players busy, that you cannot focus on him. So many things. How I said, second half, imagine now that if Darwin would have been there in the box, stuff like that, that would have been obviously, could have helped as well. Yeah. It is like it is. Doesn't feel great, but we take it and go from here.
You speak about some of those mistakes in the first half, but I suppose these games, for the younger players, they're the ideal platform for them to learn for things like that.
Yeah. It was not only the young players. It's just we made it, and I know all the boys can do much better. It's not about that. So, but we played in the first half against a team who might play in Champions League. They have to qualify probably, but they might play, and that's. And it's a tough task for the lineup we choose. How I said, they do extremely well, and we played in their cards. When you play football but you are not connected, you lose the ball, means there's always space to use for a counter-attack, and that's what we gave them, and that's what we have to learn. That's what we know, but in the constellation of the first half, maybe we didn't know it good enough, and that's why we conceded the goal.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.